Welcome back, brothers and sisters of Christ. My name is Brianna and I'm back with another video. And for today's video is you were made in God's image. So when I came to Christ, I began to think differently about myself and I began to view myself differently. I began to embrace my natural beauty, and how God made me. With that being said, I don't wear wigs or any type of weave anymore, but instead I embrace my natural hair. And I've always loved my natural hair, but I didn't embrace it as much as I should have. Because I was, wearing weave and wigs and different stuff like that. I was never a huge makeup person. I would only wear for like certain events, special occasions. But as of now, I don't want to ever wear makeup again. And when I get married next year, I plan to wear no makeup at all. And I plan to wear my natural hair, which is completely untraditional. But I am truly excited about it. And there's a story that inspired me about this. It was I seen maybe last year. There was a lady who, when she got married, she didn't wear any makeup. I'm not sure if she wore her natural hair or not. I'm not sure what was her reason for not wearing makeup. And people dragged her. They dragged this woman for not wearing makeup for her own wedding and embracing her natural beauty. And I thought it was a beautiful thing. And when I seen that, I thought to myself, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that when I get married. And something else that someone said that stood out to me, I don't know where I seen this, but someone said that they didn't want to wear makeup for their wedding because when they look, I think it may have been her, when they look back at their pictures, they want to see themselves. They want to see who they look like every day on a day-to-day basis. They don't want to look like, they didn't want to have any enhancements, if that made any sense. I thought this was a beautiful thing. And it truly inspired me. And I'm like, I am not going to wear any makeup for my wedding. And then I also came to the conclusion that I want to wear my real hair because why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? This is the face that the Lord has given me. This is the hair that the Lord has given me. And oftentimes us as women, we treat ourselves that we are not beautiful the way that we are. And I began to not view myself that way. I began to understand that I am beautiful the way that I am, the way that the Lord made me. Another thing I used to wear was lashes. I used to wear lashes all the time. I love me some lashes, and now I don't wear them at all. It's probably been about a year. I don't know. And if I was following Christ before I got tattoos, I would have never got any tattoos. And I don't plan on getting any more tattoos because I just don't want to mark my body anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it's a sin to do any of these things. I'm not saying that you're less than if you do any of those things. But what I'm saying is that when I got closer to the Lord, I began to view myself how the Lord views me. And I began to feel more beautiful than I ever felt in my entire life. And sometimes I just look at myself in the mirror and I feel beautiful. And not in a conceited way type of thing, but a pure and innocent beautiful. Because I'm realizing like God made me and that made me feel beautiful. And back then, if I looked at myself in the mirror, I would say I felt sexy. I would say that I feel fine. I would say that I feel cute. But that wasn't the real, raw, and unfiltered me. And looking at myself that way was worldly. That was a worldly way of looking at myself. Because I didn't feel beautiful because of the way that God made me. But I felt beautiful and cute and fine because of the things that I wore. Because of my hairstyle. You know what I'm saying? My clothes, my outer appearance. I was basing my beauty on the world and the world's definition of beauty and what the world thinks is beauty and beautiful. And now I no longer do that because God told me what true beauty is, which is what's inside. And we're going to get to that. But at this point in my life, I don't want any enhancements on my appearance because I want to be and I want to look exactly how God made me. And he allowed me to see myself how he made me. And when I did, I realized I'm beautiful just the way that I am. I realized I don't need that stuff. I don't need makeup. I don't need weave. I don't need to wear revealing clothes. None of that stuff makes my beauty. But it takes away from my beauty is something that I realized. It was hiding my true beauty. Because if people see you with revealing clothes, they're looking at your body. They're not looking at your true beauty. When you're wearing makeup and weave, it's enhancement. It's taken away from your true beauty, your true natural hair, your true face. You know what I'm saying? And coming to the Lord made me love me for me. And I love everything about myself, and I appreciate everything about myself now, because I realized that I was made in his image, and knowing that I was made in his image, I view myself as being made in his image. And I won't say that I never, that I didn't love myself before, because I always felt that I was beautiful, but I always felt that I was beautiful for the wrong reasons. And the things, like weave, lashes, etc., that actually took away from my beauty, those were the things that made me feel, I knew that I felt cute natural back then. But I always felt like I felt more beautiful with the enhancements. And that was a lie from the devil. And being made in his image let me know that I am beautiful. And he took his time with me. So I started to overall love myself. And we have to love ourselves the way God loves us. And we have to view ourselves the way God views us, because we are fearfully and wonderfully made. When I realized that, I became more natural and I became more confident. And another thing that the Lord has taught me is that true beauty comes from what's inside. And with that being said, these days, I spend more time fixing what's inside than my outer appearance. That's not to say I don't like to be put together. You know what I'm saying? But now I understand what true beauty is. I understand what's truly important. Back then, I would have thought a person's beauty was based on their outer appearance. But true beauty is about what's inside. True beauty is about your heart and your soul, because you can look good on the outside, but you can be evil, you can be rotten, and you can be tainted on the inside. And in that case, what good is your beauty? Your beauty is no good if you're not good on the inside. So not only did I begin to see my beauty different, but I also began to see others' beauty different. And I understand that it's what a person's heart is. You know what I'm saying? I know how to define true beauty now. Not what the world tells us beauty is, but what the Lord tells us beauty is, which is what's inside, the heart and the soul. So like I said, I'm not spending all this time trying to look good on the outer appearance for the world. Oh, I need to wear makeup. Oh my goodness, I need to have the latest fashion. I need to wear my hair a certain way. No. That's not what's important. I spend more time working on me. I spend more time working on the inside. What's considered beauty and beautiful to the Lord. Because that's what truly matters. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, the world has been lying to us all our lives about everything. Everything. They lie to us, and that's why so many people are insecure about them true selves and their true identity and their natural selves, because the world has been lying to us and telling us this false definition of beauty. But when you come to the Lord, baby, he reveals and defines what true beauty is. Oh my goodness. It's so good. It's so good. So, and when you think about it, it's just crazy, because back then in the world, when you're trying to do all these enhancements, you're spending all this money on different stuff to fix your hair and clothes and people getting their bodies done. You're ultimately trying to buy your beauty. When the beauty is found within the Lord, seeking the Lord, and then the Lord starts doing a work inside of you to bring your true beauty out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we have Genesis chapter 1. Verse 26 to 27, and it says, and then God says, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female. He created them. He created us in his image. And to be created in God's image, you know you something. You know you something. To be created by God. We are blessed for the fact that we are created by God. We got 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 to 4, and it says, your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. For this is the way the holy women of the past who put their hope in God used to adorn themselves. They submitted themselves to their own husbands. And it's so funny because the more you read the Bible, the more your mind aligns to the Bible without even trying. You know what I'm saying? Without even trying, the Lord just starts aligning your heart and your desires to the word of God. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. Rather, it should be that your inner self, an unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is of great worth in God's sight. Now, I still wear my jewelry now. But jewelry don't make or break your beauty. I still wear lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? So people might consider, oh, that's still makeup. But y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna beat my face with a whole face of makeup. Lip gloss is not going to take away from your beauty. You know what I'm saying? Anything that is taken away or enhancing your beauty are things that I just no longer want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has taught me how to love myself the real way, the true way. He taught me how to love myself the way he loves me. And it's just, oh my goodness, it just makes my heart melt because everything resorts back to seeking the Lord. Self-love and all people that struggle with insecurities and stuff. When you seek the Lord, man, he just began to reveal so many things to you. And it's just so wonderful. And it's just amazing. But we are made in God's image, and true beauty comes from what's inside. But if this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. And remember, I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. God bless.